SPF 10, 30, even 50. I'm not sure which one to choose. And some of the chemical names in these products, I can't even pronounce. So I brought in an expert today, Kim Olson with MyChelle Dermaceuticals, to help us out. Kim, here in Texas, we spend a lot of time in the sun. So what effect does that really have on our skin?
Well, beyond even things like wrinkles, the sun can cause a lot of damage to the skin. Most vain thing is premature aging. I mean, we all think of the leather lady out by the pool, right? I mean, all those years in the tanning beds, later on it does have an effect. It just makes us look a lot older than we are. Also, it can cause wrinkles, which I think as we age, we're all trying to avoid. And in the worst case scenario, it can cause skin cancer. I've seen numbers now that 1 in 50 of us can expect to have skin cancer sometime in our adult lives.
Incredible. And with some of the sunscreens that are out there, what are some of these harsh chemicals we need to stay away from?
Well, that's actually what's interesting is people who were wearing sunscreen the last few decades, we've actually seen a link between sunscreen wearing and skin cancer. And that doesn't make any sense. Well, it actually was because of the toxic chemicals in the sunscreen. And we also want to make sure it's full spectrum, which we can talk about in a minute. So we want to look for clean ingredients. Obviously, I work for MyChelle Dermaceuticals, so I love their line. But they're rated top in the world for clean ingredients. You can pronounce the ingredients, nothing toxic in there. And you want to make sure it has the correct SPF.
And speaking of SPF, how do you choose one? What's the correct one?
Right, and as you were speaking, it has gotten to the point where we're seeing 100. So Congress is actually kind of cracking down on the FDA, and they're now requiring that if it's 50 or higher, it's just going to say 50 plus. Scientists can look at it, and SPF stands for sun protection factor. So think of it as a bulletproof vest. The sun's rays or the bullets. That's going to protect you, but the higher the number doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be more protective. So we're seeing kind of a cap right around 30. In MyChelle, that's where they max out on it too.
So what is the difference between UVA and UVB?
Well, the way I like to remember it is UVA, think of aging, and UVB, think of burning. So back in the day, most sunscreens had UVB in it, so you wouldn't burn. So you're out with your kids, you're at the pool for 6 hours, and you're not burning. But the UVA rays are still getting in, and that's actually what penetrates deep into the skin and causes the real damage. So we want to make sure we're talking full spectrum, that just means that sunscreen has UVA and UVB protection.
So that is the defining method of full spectrum, is UVA and UVB together?
Yep, absolutely. And I do recommend people wear sunscreen every day.
Wonderful information, Kim. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
If you want more information about how to choose the right sunscreen, come see us at Sunflower Shop, where great health is just a way of life.